Hello, my name is Sarah Britton, and I'm applying to be considered for the journalism job. So I think I should start off by talking about my experience, as that's pretty important. And turns out I have quite a bit of it. So basically, I worked in the UNC Chapel Hill Summer Journalism Program when I was an upcoming freshman. So the summer before I went to high school, I went to college. And I think that was probably one of the best experience I could have had at that time because it truly let me know what kind of work actually went into journalism and what kind of things I would be doing even as a college student. So it prepared me in more ways than one. But what I did in the NCMA program is I learned about print journalism specifically, though there were many things to learn about. And so I learned how just the basics of journalism, of course, like journalism ethics, even down to learning how to edit, photos. And I also learned how to interview subjects, which proved very useful to me later on. And I'm gonna, get my NCMA garb on because I have it, and it's and I actually was specially recognized for my newspaper design with a group that I had in my age group. So I also, later on, because of that program, I felt very inspired to go on to have other experiences with journalism. And so I went on to work with the Charlotte Observer, and I did their just student program. So basically, with the Charlotte Observer, we learned how to actually write an article. And so, of course, again, we went over journalism ethics, and we went over how to write and how to interview subjects. And it was the actual mechanics of journalism, which was so, oh my god. And so what I got to do was a very, very lucky thing. I had the ability to write my own article, interview my own subjects, choose exactly what I wanted to say. And so I ended up writing about, and so yeah, I think that was just amazing. So I also am a student. I go to school, and I am involved in many things at school. Maybe a little too much. So basically, well, wait, 1 second. I know, very official. So this is basically my uniform for both HOSA and Model UN. Which are not the only things I'm involved in. I'm also involved in the writing club, and basically, I think that these things are like this year, I am focusing on doing things that I think will help me later in life. So, Model UN, I think, is an amazing thing to have, especially with journalism, because it talks about things that are outside of the Western world or outside of America or just outside of what I know about politics. And it's also giving, it also lets you collaborate with other team members to come up with a solution for an extremely complex problem in the world, to which I think is such an interesting idea, especially for high school students. And so that's why I was really excited to be involved with it. I am also in HOSA, and HOSA and journalism, how do they go together? Well, for me, I just think that it's really important to also kind of be interested in things that I may not have thought of before. So, more so like medically, like scientific sort of jobs or opportunities I hadn't really thought of before this year, and I think that it's important to make sure that I'm making the right decisions in my career and the interests that I have. And so HOSA is a perfect way to do that because it lets me have hands-on experience with a subject I don't know a lot about and something that I can get more acquainted with. Also, in journalism, HOSA is amazing because you can talk about anything in journalism. That's the point. You can write about anything. which I'm also in writing club. And so I think that obviously just kind of gives me another leg up because I'm just constantly learning how to write, not only in an analytical way, but in a creative way. And so you can kind of mesh the two together. And I think that just makes a really good writer. I also just in school generally, I am in AP Lang, where you are writing essays basically for your homework. I'm also in Seminar, and where we are writing in-depth analysis essays, which are very similar to articles that I've written before. And I just think that the experiences that I have had in terms of academics and in terms of the things that I have done on my own free time have really let me understand what journalism is, and that is why I continue to like it, and that is why I am applying for this job. I will say that I understand that I am a typical high schooler in a well-off suburban neighborhood. I know that I may not have as much life experience as a lot of your other applicants, but I think that my ability to understand my place and understand that I don't know everything about life is something that I am very thankful for because it lets me listen to other people's experiences and their stories and lets me work with others a lot better than if I just thought I knew everything because I know that I don't. I'm not perfect. I know that I don't know everything about journalism, about life, about how to write things, and I want to learn. That's the whole point. And I think that in a job setting, I would thrive, if anything, because working with people, understanding when you're wrong, acknowledging that, and then being able to learn and grow is something that I have been really focusing on in my high school career. And I've been really working on knowing what my weaknesses are and what my flaws are to understand how to work better with people in academics and in my social life. And the work that I've done to improve myself, not only in my writing, not only in school, but in my personal life, will really allow me to just, will really allow me to get the most out of this job that I will be able to get. So I thank you for even considering me for the position, and I would love to work with you someday. Thank you.